starting off, this is a film with a lot of layers. There's a lot of playing with truth and deception. How do you approach a character that is so layered and going through so many back and forth between what's real and what isn't? And Megan, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so I mean, approaching a character that's just got truly so much going on is actually, it was quite fun for me, just, as an actor, to be able to play all of those different levels. I would say that the challenge was, learning how to somehow make them all exist in one space and make them very believable and still somehow keep them humanized. But I don't know, there's an adventure when you get to do what we do as actors, and it's fun because we get to go be on the playground, we get to play pretend. And so although it was challenging, it also was quite fun. So I approached it with a very open mind, a very open mindset, especially considering, what takes place in the film, something that even I was not even expecting. Even after I read the script, I was like, what? But it gave me a chance to actually just, be a part of the adventure and just have fun and go with it. And so I feel like it really challenged me as an actor and hopefully improved my own caliber.
Yeah. I also think, we always want to bring layers to characters.
Yes.
And the great thing about the script is that it was in the writing. Whereas sometimes I feel like as actors, we have to invent the layers.
Yeah.
And it's nice that we were able to take what was given to us and really, build on that. Tyler definitely made sure that these characters had so many complexities and complex grief and dealt with betrayal in different ways. And, they were tonally such different people, even in the way they would react to things, that it really was very fun to play.
So these two are really good friends, and we watch them be supportive of each other in various ways and work through that process and their friendship. So, can you talk to me about their relationship when we initially meet them at the start of the film?
Yeah, they're best friends. They got their little group, their little group of friends. They do a little,
Yeah, their little jam.
their little jam together.
Doing their cycle classes. Like, I feel like they're doing life together. I mean, I don't know. I feel like their friendship was just very genuine, very authentic. I think, thanks to Fila for her own reasons, she introduces her to her man. So there's some intentional, like really good, genuine stuff in their friendship, I believe. And then, yeah.
So these are two strong characters. They are accomplished and, s- locked in with love. So, what is one characteristic that you feel mirrors in your real life with your characters on screen?
My lawyers are going to be like, she thinks she's a lawyer. She thinks she got all the answers. So that's what they'll say. So I'm not even going to answer this because I'm not going to give them the satisfaction.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, something that I can really just what I loved and that I could really relate to with Fila was just the fact that, everyone wants to think former beauty queen, you just got it. Everything's going on. Life is great. But actually, no, the person's probably a little messy in some areas, or they're actually quite vulnerable and they do cry and they can have moments where they're just not so perfect. And I can absolutely relate to that. And so, bringing that to life, I felt actually was kind of easy because it was like, okay, everyone just thinks you're a certain way or like, Disney characters, whatever. But it's like, actually, no, I'm just as human as you are. So I loved that. I loved that I got to actually be human with Fila. And I thought that was really interesting about her.